Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and in today's episode I'm going to be sharing with you how you can plan for taking the leap. So firstly, I hope you're enjoying this bit of a weird time between Christmas and New Year, and for me it's been really well. I've been doing a lot of planning work, planning for 2017 and basically getting things in order, chatting with a business partner, and yeah, it's been really productive. I've had very little distractions on Skype, very little distractions on email, and that just means that I've been able to focus and get things done. With that said, I wanted to take some time out of today to talk to you specifically about how you can put together a plan about when you're going to actually take the leap into the unknown regarding self-employment or starting a business or whatever it might be. So in a previous video, I'll put the link up here, I mentioned about the leap and how in every entrepreneur's life you're going to get to that stage where you're going to have to take the leap. You're going to have to jump off the cliff and hope that whatever it is that you're going to do works out. And I've not spoken to a successful business person, entrepreneur, who hasn't been through that process. Now, looking back at my experience and the experiences of others that I've spoken to, I've tried to put together a bit of a, but not a guide, just a couple of points which will help you plan for when you, and hopefully make taking that leap a little bit easier. So I say tip number one is build what you can whilst you're still in employment or whatever it is that you're currently doing. Chances are, if you're an entrepreneur and you're looking to start your own business, one of the key motivators for you is going to be money. It just is. That's why you're wired slightly differently, because you want that freedom, and regardless of what many people tell you, money does allow you a certain amount of freedom, and a lack of money gives you a certain amount of problems. So by remaining in an employed role as long as you can and having that steady cash flow coming in, it's almost like a bit of a safety net, and that will give you a lot more flexibility with your own business, and it will give you that time and take away some of the struggles, because trust me, starting a business is hard enough on its own without having to worry about money problems and paying bills and paying rent and whatever else it might be. So if you are in a position where you are in a job right now, but you are seriously considering taking the leap and starting something on your own, my biggest advice for you right now would be to utilize your weekends and your evenings to the best of your ability. Don't get into that. I've mentioned it so many times, but don't get into that trap of going and watching The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones or whatever else is on TV right now. Use your evenings wisely. Come on, get something to eat, get the laptop out, get the pen and paper out, and start making a plan of what you need to do, and then start executing on that. And then, yeah, sure thing, in the morning you'll go back to work, happy days, you'll come back and you'll work on the business. Granted, it's not the full 24 hours in a day that you might be able to dedicate to the business, or 15, 16 hours a day if we're not being unreasonable. But even if you can just invest, I mean, let's say you finish work at 5, have some tweak, and get home reasonably free time from 6. Most, if you're starting at 9 till 5, most people, let's even say you have a 2-hour commute. You've got about 6 or 12, that's 6 hours to work on your business, and then that'll give you another 6 hours, if not 7, to sleep and be prepared for the next day. Use your time wisely. Don't give anybody that excuse, oh, I've not got enough time. There's plenty of time. You just have to spend it appropriately. And the same goes for weekends. You've got 2 full working days at the weekends. Regardless of what John and your other mates are doing and whether they're going out, at the weekend, what's more important? Going out that weekend or planning for the future, so that in the future your weekends are spent on a yacht in Cannes doing whatever the hell you want. It's as simple. That's how I try and look at it, is that you make some sacrifices now so you can enjoy it later. The second big tip, and again it does revolve around money, because trust me, when you start this business, when you start whatever it is that you're planning, you're going to have enough stresses. So without having to worry about where money's coming from and having to try and monetize something too quickly and then it doesn't work and you can kill the business before it's even begun, is to build a war chest. And what by that I mean is save as much money as you can behind you so that the pressure is off, that you know that you can live off this money without having to make money right away. Because I don't know of many businesses which start making money straight away, and certainly don't know many businesses that are profitable right away. It takes some time, and having that war chest behind you of cash available that you can use will make your life easier. When me and Matt started the first business, we both said to each other, I will promise you 12 months of my time to build this, and we both had a chunk of money available behind us that we'd saved up that we were able to use to fund our lifestyle, which granted took a massive hit. Any socializing that I did was drastically reduced. Any sort of luxuries like going to the cinema, going out for food, it was severely cut back because I was spending 16, 17-hour days working on the business. And that is what you have to do. But it will make that easier. It will make taking that leap easier if you're not having to worry about the money aspect of it. Build the business to be the best that it can be and plan for it to make money, but don't let a lack of money stop the business before it's even begun. And ultimately, like I said in the first leap video that said we linked earlier on, can you imagine, like, you've got this idea that you're sat on right now, and you look back at the end of your life and think, I wonder what would have happened if I'd have just taken a chance. I'm trying to give you all the tools and all the best advice I can to enable you to take that chance on yourself. And yeah, sometimes it won't work. I've had things that haven't worked, but you learn from them and then you get up and you try again. So they're my top 2 tips for how you plan to take the leap, how to make that transition easier, is to stay in some form of employment as long as you can and build what you can in your spare time. Secondly, save money as much as you can without being too crazy, but save money well and build that war chest behind you that could sustain that eventual leap when you turn that tap off, when you leave the job. You have that chunk of money there ready and waiting in case you need it, in case a sneaky bill comes out of nowhere, in case something happens. You have that cash available, and that is not going to crush the dream before it's even begun. So I hope you found this video useful. I hope you're utilizing this time in between New Year to set some plans in action. You've got this perfect opportunity right now to kick 2017 off the right way. And with that said, I'll catch you in tomorrow's video as always. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then. And don't forget to subscribe.